Hi everyone, today I'm going to walk you through exactly how to draft your registration form content so you can start collecting the exact buyer information you need. Before we jump in, let's take a quick look at the big picture. Running a fully functioning registration form is a simple 5-step process. First, we draft the form content, which is adding all the specific questions and fields you want to ask. Second, we change the form appearance so it matches your brand's look and feel. Third, we configure email alerts so you get notified from a new buyer. Fourth, we set a submission message to thank them for applying. And finally, we publish the form directly to your storefront. In this video, we are going to focus right at the foundation with step number 1, drafting the form content. So let's get started. First things first, from your main Shopify dashboard, go ahead and open up the Smind B2B app and click on Registration, and then hit that Add New Registration Form button. You'll see a pop-up with a bunch of great layout options, but for this tutorial, we want to choose the Smind Wholesale template and click Select. All right, now we're in the builder. Up at the top right, let's set our target audience. Click the drop-down and assign this form to the All B2B Buyer group. Over on the top left, you can also change the internal form name to All B2B Buyer. To keep you organized when you're managing multiple forms later, you'll know exactly which one connects to this specific audience without having to open it up. Next, let's click on Header in the left sidebar, and we're going to change our main title to Apply for Wholesale Access and align it to the center position so it looks really professional. If you want the title to pop a bit more, you can use the heading tag dropdown to change its size, and I usually find that H2 is the sweet spot for a main title. Also, double-check that the Show Header box at the very bottom is ticked. If you accidentally uncheck this box, your title will completely disappear from the live form. Now let's build out the actual form fields. Click on Form Step 1 in the left and rename its internal label to Account and Company. Click into the company name element and update the display label to Your Company Name *, and check the required box so we don't get any empty submissions. Let's look at a few extra customization options here. If you're worried about crazy long entries, you can check the Limit Characters box to set a maximum length. If you want a super clean, minimalist look, you can check the Hide label to hide the title above the box. To make it look a bit more engaging, click the Select icon and pick a relevant little graphic, like a building. Next, select the Add Element button and choose the Tax ID field. Drag this right under the company name field. Set its width to 50% for both Tax ID and company name field. Because when we set both to 50%, and you'll notice in the preview that they now sit beautifully side by side. Then, we're going to grab the email field and drag it so it sits right underneath that company and Tax ID row. Once that's placed, take a second to click through the other default fields like street address, city, and zip. For every single one of these, you can tweak the labels, change the placeholder text, or swap out the icons to match your brand. It's up to you. Once everything looks good, click on the country element and make sure the required box is checked so we always know where our buyers are located. Moving on to the second page of our form, click on Add Form Step to create a new page and rename it to Survey. Next, we need to add an element and choose Dropdown. We're going to label this How Do You Find Us and change the internal name to Referral Sources. Add in your options. We can add something like search engine, social media, word of mouth, and definitely make this a required field. Let's add another element, this time choosing radio buttons, and we're going to label it Which Payment Method Do You Prefer, and list out your options like wire transfer, credit card, or net terms. To keep the list from getting too long vertically, scroll down in the settings and find the number of options per line to change that to 2. As you can see, it organizes the options into a really neat 2-column grid. We have one last element to add, and we need to choose the Accept Terms checkbox, make it required, and update the label to say, I agree to the terms of service and privacy policy. You'll notice in the live preview that the Terms of Service and Privacy Policy text automatically turn into clickable links. Don't worry about trying to paste your URLs in because the app automatically pulls your active policy links straight from your Shopify store settings. Finally, let's click into the footer section to make sure you like how your previous, next, and submit buttons look, and you can change all the labels of each button. And that's it. You've successfully drafted the content of registration form. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we will change the appearance form.